afternoon and welcome to this latest episode of the Burnley Career Mode, and we've got another double header coming up for you now. We play Derby County in our first match at Turf Moor, and then we go to Upton Park for game 2 and we take on the mighty West Ham United. There are a few team changes, so we'll give that to you when we start the game, but we start the day 13 points ahead of second place, joint second Arsenal and Chelsea and West Brom. So it could still go either way. It could still, all we've got to do is just keep disciplined and win the remaining games, and we should be champions. And the second leg of the quadruple should hopefully be wrapped up maybe by April, we're hoping, but you never know. Twists and turns, it could all go wrong, but you know, I don't want to tempt fate. But Derby, they're having a good season at the moment in the Premier League, where they've done fantastically well to stay out of trouble up until this point. They're on 29 points. They're 6 points above the trap door, but they're doing very, very well to keep up there in 14th place. And they're not far off Manchester United and Liverpool, who've dropped dramatically. United have had a bad run of form, and now, from where they were several weeks ago when we played them at Old Trafford, they've now gone as far as 12th and could still end up being caught up in a relegation dogfight. West Ham are our opponents next time out there in the bottom 3 as things stand, but there is a 5-point gap between themselves and 4th bottom Watford, so a lot for West Ham, Leicester and Sunderland to do. They're going to get themselves, if any of those teams are going to get themselves out of trouble. Anyway, let's get to Turf Moor, where we're ready and waiting to play Derby County at Turf Moor, and a few new faces to tell you about as well. When we get as well as you'll see on the 2 lineups. Okay, enjoy the game. Good afternoon and welcome to Turf Moor, where we've seen 2 new players coming for Burnley. Well, I say 2 new players. One is returning after a few years' absence. But the first player I should tell you about is Bojan Krkić. He's the man that we got from Manchester City. And Jay Rodriguez comes back to his first home, transferred back here to Southampton for £14.5 million. Both came during the January window. And Bojan will take his place in the side alongside former Derby man Will Hughes, who lines up against his old side. Jay Rodriguez will start on the left hand side. We're just going to bring you the 2 lineups now just to confirm that. Yes, Hughes and Bojan together in the centre. Redmond keeps his place on the right, and it's Ings and Balotelli. You knew better than that. John Stones is still partnering Michael Keane, but Ryan Shawcross is now amongst the substitutes. He's recovering from injury and should be fit very soon. Derby welcome Andy Vyman up front, and he's got Salah and Russell as his front 3. Henrik, Bryson and Fawn, very good players. Peters as well at left back, and of course Scott Carlton, former England goalkeeper. Referee Mike D. Ronaldo as well comes in at left back because Brendan Galloway suspended. Here's Redmond. Oh, good save from Scott Carson, proving why once upon a time he was the choice of England goalkeeper. That's a very good save. Balotelli's corner. Vaughan got the flick. Hughes! Oh! Marvellous bit of goalkeeping again from Carlton. That's 2 saves in what? A couple of minutes? Brilliant save. Stones had to time it, otherwise it would have been a penalty. If he hadn't mistimed it, just a fraction of a second. Hughes right in there against his own side. And he gets it back. Good ball there by Hughes. Gets it away towards Balotelli. He's got Ings winning in the middle. And also Redmond. Saved by Carson. And Pearce gets it away. Christie. Trippier with a header. Ings flicking it on. Born away to Peters. And a 3 kick to Derby County. Here's Wyman again. Keane with a header. Bowen can get it away up towards Balotelli. And Ings is through the centre. This is a real chance for Burnley now. It's Danny Ings. He's in the post. Balotelli scored. Well, it's taken them 37 minutes, but the leaders have got their lead. Ings was mightily unfortunate here. He's terrific effort, rebounded off the post to Balotelli onside. Very, very quick to react. He was the quickest to react, and he nodded it into an unguarded net. Carson out of his ground, and Mario Balotelli does it yet again. It's taken him 37 minutes this time, but he gets his 21st of the season. 1-0. Referee Dean, and Balotelli gets it up towards Ings. Now then, he'll take on the defender here. And Ings tries the shot. Oh, what a magnificent save by Scott Carson. Well, he's just kept Derby in it there. Ings hit it terrifically well. And what a save that was from Carson. Christie. Away from the defender. But that's a poor cross really from Christie. And in the end, Eaton able to gather on it. Unlucky there, didn't find Ings, but the idea was intentional. Here's Craig Bryson. Good tackle there by John Stones. He's had a fine game so far at centre-half. Still Bryson though. Away from Stones, but he's pursued by other Burnley defenders. And a good shot there, but it was well held by Heaton. Balotelli with a little flick on, and Ings is onside. This really could make it safe now for Burnley. It has done. With less than 25 minutes to play, you would think that one will settle the issue, and Burnley will win yet again. One ball from Tom Heaton, a little flick by Balotelli, who returns the compliment for Ings, and Burnley make it 2-0. Great shot there, but not even the brilliant Carson was going to get anywhere near it. And Burnley are romping away with this one now. 2-0, 14 for the season for Danny Ings. Route 1, that goal certainly was. Here's Bojan, and the flag has stayed down. It's Balotelli, first time out. Good save by Carson. Comes to Balotelli. There are plenty waiting in Clarent, and Carson pounces on the ball. Henrik, that's a good ball. Aiti, chances here. Oh, and it's headed behind. Good chance there for Derby. They have a corner. Tom Ince has come on for Johnny Russell. Keane missed that header. Pearce will take the Derby throw. Pearce again. Kept the ball in well. Tom Heaton was there, and the header safely back to Tom Heaton. Balotelli. Well cut out there by the defender. Derby, of course, are going to play Manchester City next week, and that will be a tough game. Of course, Burnley, as you'll see later on in the episode, will play West Ham at Upton Park. It's not an easy place to go to, but West Ham in the bottom three at the moment. Here's Henrik. Christie, good save, and Stones just about hooked it out, and then Tom Ince tried to keep it in, but it's gone dead. Stones, oh, give it away to Ford. Tom Ince. Bojan cuts it out, and onside is Ings. Last minute now of the game. Danny Ings can settle it, and it's 3. Well, Derby just caught apart. They had to attack to try and get some respectability on the scoreline, and they were caught out by one ball from Bojan that split the Derby defence. Ings stayed on side. He could have played it to Balotelli, but instead went alone outside of his right foot, pig in the bottom corner. And the points are staying right here in Lancashire. 15 of the season, Burnley 3, Derby County 0. And in fairness to Derby, who is, to be honest, they have defended rather stoutly, but they've never really offered much of an attacking force. I think 3-0 is just about right, because Burnley have been much the better side. Although Derby might get a chance here for some consolation, but Hughes gets it away, up to Bojan. And there is the whistle. Referee Mike Dean puts Derby County well and truly out of their misery anyway. And Burnley keep their grip on retaining their Barclays Premier League crown with another fantastic dominant display. 2 for Danny Ings, 1 for Mario Balotelli. It took them 37 minutes to break him down, but 2 goals in the second half by that man really proved the difference and settled any Burnley anxiety, if there was any, in the stadium. He was Bromley's player of the match. He kept it to 3 and did well to do so. But Burnley have absolutely obliterated Derby today by 3-0. Well, this is where Burnley now are now 10 points above Arsenal, who have played a game more. But this is Burnley now. They've got to take on West Ham. A lot of the teams have played another game since then. Arsenal and Chelsea are still 10 points behind the Clarets. So if Burnley do win against West Ham at Upton Park in our second match, they will move back to 13 points. The gap will increase to 13 points. So can Burnley pick up win number 19 of the season? They did well against Derby, but this is away at Upton Park against West Ham, who won't give it easy there. They won again last week, so they're back in with a shout to get it out there. They've closed the gap well and truly there with Watford significantly. So this is going to be no easy ride. West Ham on the back of a victory. Simon Milish's side will be no mugs as we go over to Upton Park to face Simon Milish's West Ham in game number 2 of this episode. Good evening everybody, welcome to Upton Park, where Burnley face West Ham, who are coming to this game on the back of a win and are 1 point of getting off out of trouble in the bottom 3 of the league. So this will be a tough test for the league leaders, who start the night 10 points ahead of Arsenal and could finish it 13 points ahead. Burnley, of course, need I remind you, have the best away record by far and away in the Premier League. West Brom, in fact, had the second best away record. So let's take a check on the 2 lineups, starting for us with West Ham. Kamir is the goalkeeper. Andy Carroll and Payet are the 2 men to watch out for. Jarvis and Antonio will provide the bullets on the wings. Obiang and Kiate are the 2 holding midfielders. Reed and Davis are the back 4. Or the 2 centre-backs anyway. Burnley made 1 change from Saturday against Derby, and that's in midfield, where Nabil Bentaleb gets a start and Will Hughes drops to the bench. So Burnley could go 13 points clear with a win today, or tonight rather. West Ham, win for them, take them out of the bottom 3 and put Watford in the quagmire instead. Phil Dowd is the man in charge. So it's the battle of the claret and blues, even though Burnley are in change shirts of yellow with claret shorts. West Ham are in the traditional claret and blue colours. Here's Bentaleb. Trippier. Antonio. Andy Carroll. Now Aaron Cresswell. Well, pace to get away from Trippier. That's a decent ball. Jarvis taking it in. And he's in trouble. Keane trying to get it out. And Trippier clears. Johnny Stones. Galloway. Bentaleb. Bojan. The ball over towards Redmond. He's got Ings and Balotelli waiting in the centre. That's Balotelli! And he's done it once again. Mario Balotelli scores another fantastic goal. From the penalty spot area, he's nodded it past the goalkeeper. Got above Winston Reid there and nodded it into the back of the net. A perfect start for Burnley after just 11 minutes. Mario Balotelli is the scorer. 1-0. And it's his 22nd goal in the league this season. But at the moment, Simon Relish's side are suffering from home stage fright tonight. And here's Balotelli. Intercepted by Reed. Chiatti, good turn. Carroll. Chiatti this time. Good ball to Payet. And away from the defender, Payet. This could be trouble for the Clarets. Good turn. Oh, and Chiatti got his shot all wrong. Best move that West Ham have fashioned in the match, and that was a poor finish. Header won by Keane. Rodriguez. Nabil Bentaleb. Real chance to see what he can do. Oh, what a fantastic goal! Nabil Bentaleb, take a bow. That was a world-class goal. Beat the West Ham defender for dead, and then just from outside the penalty box, thrashed a terrific shot, and he just threw it off the underside of the crossbar. And it's West Ham 0, Burnley 2 here at Upton Park, and that is a goal of the season contender. It's Nabil Bentaleb, and it's his first goal of the season, 2-0. We've played half an hour, and that was a remarkable strike by Nabil Bentaleb. O'Brien. Carroll. Obiang has lost it to Bojan again, and that's another lovely ball. And then shoots, and a good save by Vermeer this time. And West Ham could have been in even further trouble then, but for the goalkeeper. Retreated as well was Vermeer, and he had to readjust his body position. That was a very good save. Balotelli. Stones off the line. Stones again, off the line once more. Still not away. Bentaleb. And Bojan hits over the crossbar. Well, the goal decision system says it was no goal. It was headed just about off the line by Aaron Cresswell. But only just, mind you. That was very tight. Bojan. Oh, what a lovely ball. It's a super ball, and Ings is onto it. And fails to hit the target when well positioned there. That would have settled the game for sure. Got it all wrong though with the shot. Stones' header. Kouate. Payet. Always a chance now for Carroll. Stones has got it away, but only as far as Antonio. This could be trouble. Antonio! And the former Sheffield Wednesday man, so close to getting West Ham back in this game. What a glorious opportunity. And Tosun replaces Andy Carroll, who's had a poor match in fairness to the big centre forward. Key. Redmond. Oh, what a lovely ball. Can Ings take the chance this time? Yes, he can. And Vermeer will be an absolute disappointed goalkeeper because he went right through him. And Burnley score 3 for the second game running. Oh, that's poor. It was straight at the goalkeeper. Credit to Ings for getting the shot on target, but the goalkeeper really should take the whole responsibility. That should have been a meat and drink save. It wasn't. And Danny Ings said, thank you and good night, nurse. I'll have my 16th goal of the season, and we'll have it a third one. Thank you very much. 3-0. This presents things rather well. Burnley, of course, play Fulham in the FA Cup. You'll be able to see that in the next episode. This is Creswell. And Keane goes in. It's a penalty. Foul there on Creswell by Keane. There's a little bit of a set-to going on. Referee deciding to book Michael Keane. Be worth another look. It did look, from where I was sitting, it was a penalty. Let's have a look. He dived in. Yep, he's got none of the ball. And Michael Keane can have no complaints about that decision. That's a fair decision. So Tom Heaton, who hasn't had anything to do, or not really had a shot to save, will face Payet then for 12 yards. Can West Ham pull one back? Oh dear me. That is a poor penalty, and I think I've seen some bad penalties, but that'll take some beating. Sums up West Ham's evening. If there was a contender for worst penalty miss, that would be up there with the Memphis Depay one at Old Trafford. But wait, here's Redmond. And Burnley make it 4. Well, isn't that just typical? West Ham had a chance to score for a penalty a moment ago. And at the other end, Nathan Redmond hits it in and shows Payet how to score from just under 20 yards when Payet could hit the target from 12. And in lies the quality. Second goal of the season for Redmond, 4-0. Galloway. Well, to say Burnley have been much the better team is an understatement of the century as the shot goes wide. Well, Nabil Bentaleb was entitled to have a crack, having scored one already. Very unlucky. Just hit the stanchion at the back of the goal. But he won't worry. The game is well and truly won. And the game is up for West Ham. Here he is again. Former Tottenham man. Bentaleb. Well, West Ham, having played so well last week to get a result, well, they've chalked really badly on their own patch, and Balotelli almost getting another one. Well, that would have put the icing on the cherry on the cake, as they say. But it's been poor from West Ham. 3 of the 4 goals, nothing the goalkeeper could have done about it. The third one he could have saved, and then Payet missed the penalty. It was a poor performance from West Ham, but Burnley were very clinical in their finishing and really made West Ham pay for their sloppiness tonight. So West Ham stay in the bottom 3, and Burnley now, as a result of 2 goals, I think for Danny Ings, ranks the goals from Balotelli, Danny Ings, Nathan Redmond and Nabil Bentaleb. Well, they now move 13 points clear at the top of the Premier League. Final score, West Ham 0, the Clarets 4. And with that win, we now move 13 points clear at the top of the Premier League, and it's looking very, very certain at the moment, unless a bad run starts appearing, that we're going to end up being Premier League champions for a second year running. We are going for a quadruple, but we have some big games coming up for you as well. Not sooner than this game here, which we're going to cover as a match, as a full match next week, because next episode, because it's an FA Cup match, and I, for one, when you get to the latter stages of the FA Cup, you have to start showing them in their entirety. I don't care what anyone says. So we've got to play Fulham in our 5th round match. As for the Champions League, we have an away match with Besiktas, but we're going to sim that one, and we're going to sim the West Brom game, because we're going to go straight to the Capital One Cup final for our next actual match. So we're going to play this one, skip the next 2, and then we'll go to Wembley for our next assignment, which is the League Cup final. So very So I hope you enjoyed our episode today. You saw 7 magnificent Burnley goals, and really Derby and West Ham didn't really stand too much hope really with the way that Burnley were playing today. Hope to join you for the next episode where we play Fulham, as I say, in the FA Cup. And until then, take care, keep subscribing, keep watching the videos, because without you guys we wouldn't have any videos to make. Take care, we'll see you next time. Ta-ra now, bye bye.